Szanowni Państwo, zapraszamy do zwiedzenia Muzeum Fabryki VEF w Rydze. Radiowe Pogaduchy, zapraszamy. W pięknie odrestaurowanym Pałacu Kultury Fabryki VEF na piętrze znajduje się muzeum poświęcone historii fabryki i jej produktów.
Hello, we are now in the VEF factory history museum. This museum made according to the VEF factories and shows you how much things VEF produced during their life. The first thing which was produced by VEF was a telephone apparatus. At that time, this not called VEF, but Pasta Telegraph Galvenās darbnīcas, and they try make telephone apparatus themselves in Latvia. Because up to this, telephone apparatus was made in other countries, in Germany and in Estonia, as a branch of a German company, but they decided to make them themselves, and there is some production of these things, how they do it in Latvia, in Riga. So you can see here the telephone for field telephones, previous type of telephones when you call the exchange by dynamo machine, and later the telephones with the dial type of calling, and then it's part of automated central in Riga.
Oprócz aparatów radiowych znajdują się także inne produkty fabryki VEF, jak żarówki produkowane w szerokiej gamie. Mamy także sprzęt gospodarczy, maski gazowe, wagi, projektory, latarki, baterie czy akumulatory. Wszystko ze znakiem VEF.
So these apparatus are simple apparatus for radio listeners. They are made with start of direct conversation radio apparatus till superhead apparatus, which are most stable and powerful that time.
Oprócz aparatów popularnych były także luksusowe.
Okay, there is an apparatus which was made in a VEF factory during this time, pre-war time, and there is one of the famous examples where the scale is made as a geographic map with points of stations where there are. And if you tune the radio capacitor, some lamps inside blows and shows the place of station in map. There are two types. In fact, is the same radio, but two type of cabinets.
Bardzo ciekawa jest kolekcja odbiorników z lat 30. i 40., wykonywanych w skrzynkach drewnianych udających bakelitowe czy bakelitowe. Bardzo popularne i lubiane VEF-y. Szeroką ich gamę, łącznie z modelami z gramofonem, można zobaczyć na wystawie w Muzeum VEF.
So this radio was the beginning of that previous radio, because the construction and lamps inside was exact like in that radio. Remember that this VEF line was built on American type of lamps, and the American type of lamps was Russia used American type of lamps. Later, when production was produced in a Soviet factory, the lamps can be used, the same type lamps as used in this radio.
Muzeum jest nowocześnie urządzone. Osoby niewidzące mogą zapoznać się z eksponatami, dotykając modeli. Sporą część kolekcji stanowią odbiorniki tranzystorowe. Praktycznie wszystkie modele produkowane przez VEF zostały przedstawione na wystawie.
So now this is a bad history of VEF. There are burning, and there are some examples from conveyor. When the factory burned, they burned also the conveyor of this line of radios. So the quality of radios was good, but the tape recorders was made in another factories outside of Latvia, even outside of Soviet Union that time, and the quality was average or bad. And that's why these radios are not so popular. And was another thing, they was heavy, and this is the problem why they are not coming so popular. As fact, these radios, they are good radios and very successful construction. So this part is for apparatus which are successful and built after war in a VEF factory. One of the famous is Mir. This is a really good apparatus with good sound, with quality of with good quality of parts, and is very successful apparatus. That time expensive. Other apparatus is not so long produced, but this one is very famous because the beginnings of this apparatus comes before war. But they are going through another one apparatus, Baltica, and after Baltica comes this apparatus out, and this apparatus is very good construction, good quality for that time, of course. This is some representable radio on the base of Mir, produced for special purposes. This is Mir for special purposes, and this is a Lux, also made in some cabinets. I don't know exactly for what reason is made this apparatus, but maybe simply for exhibition, because in exhibition they are proposed good quality. This is the last one, lamp radio in VEF. With this radio was cancelled the area of lamp radios in VEF factory.
Wszystkim odwiedzającym piękną Rygę polecamy odwiedzenie muzeum VEF, zapoznanie się z eksponatami, spędzenie tam miłych chwil. Radiowe Pogaduchy serdecznie polecają.